Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the East Kentucky Expo Center for basketball action. First game today will be the UPIKE women taking on Georgetown. We're here with Coach Cliff Williams. And Cliff, as usual, another tough game. Georgetown playing really well right now.
Georgetown's playing really well. We're very similar teams. They're very similar to us. They're very young at the guard spot, but they got it going really well right now. They do.
I heard they played really well. Got a big win against Shawnee, which is that's a big feat.
They did. Hey, Thursday night was an interesting night in the Mid-South because Campbellsville was that close to going down too, and it was interesting. They went in and they handled their business at home against Shawnee, which not a lot of people have been able to do, and set up a big game today right here.
What kind of matchup are they for us?
Again, they're long at the guard spot. They're young at the guard spot. We're bigger in the post, so it'll be an interesting matchup. They really like to shoot the three, so we're trying to take that away.
So is pace going to be an issue? I know you like to get up and down the floor.
I think we're trying to push the pace. I think we can play faster. That's going to be one of our keys early on. Get to a fast start, get out and run, take advantage of transition defense.
You know, that's one of the things you want to try to change pace to make it suit you and make them uncomfortable?
Absolutely. We're going to mix it up defensively, look to see some press early, and we're going to get after it.
Everybody healthy tonight?
No, they're not, but we're closer, right? Dora Odia is still out with an ankle. Haley Free's still out, but she just got cleared. Kayla Mullins is back tonight, though.
Well, that's good. You got some extra help.
It's all good, yeah.
Good luck this afternoon.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Clifton Williams, head coach of the UPIKE Bears. Back to you, Larry.
And thank you, Charlie, as we're going to send it back to the station and be back shortly for the start of today's game between UPIKE and Georgetown. This is UPIKE basketball on WPRG TV Sports. And welcome back to the Expo Center, about ready for action as UPIKE Lady Bears and the Georgetown Lady Tigers about to do battle. Georgetown comes in today's game 18-3 on the season. They started out 15-0, and then they got into league play, lost their first three, but have won their last three, so they're 3-3 in the league. And the Lady Bears 14-8 on the season, 3-3 in the league, and they have lost their last two games. They dropped a 8-point contest at Lindsey Wilson, and then Thursday night at number 6 Campbellsville, they lost by 5, so they're looking to get back on the winning track, Charlie.
They are. It's going to be an interesting game here today. Georgetown lost their first 3 conference game, won their last 3, and
right.
Shawnee State was a big upset.
And they're coming off that upset of Shawnee State. That was at home Thursday night.
Looks like we've got a choir.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the East Kentucky Expo Center for today's Mid-South Conference game between the Georgetown Tigers and your UPIKE Bears. At this time, fans, we ask everyone to please stand for our pregame prayer, followed by the singing of our national anthem. Offering today's prayer from the Pikeville United Methodist Church, the Reverend Chris Bartley.
Let us pray. Father God, we are thankful for this day, how you bring us together and call us forward. We're thankful for this facility that is able to host such an event. Father, I pray for good sportsmanship, for great contests, and for officials who will make a great call. Father, I pray that if anyone here does not know your name, before they think that something happens, and that they do. All these things I pray for their precious name. Amen.
Amen. At this time, fans, if I could direct your attention to our nation's colors, and today proudly singing our national anthem, the Pikeville United Methodist Church Choir.
Perilous fight,
Thank you. The Pikeville United Methodist Church Choir. Special thanks to our game day sponsor. Thank you to Double Quick. Get it on the double at Double Quick. And now, fans, let's meet today's starting lineups. First, for our guest on the scoreboard, the Tigers of Georgetown. Starting at guard, a 5'11" freshman from Russell, Kentucky, number 1, Madison Darnell. At guard, a 5'10" senior from Fort Thomas, Kentucky, number 20, Lydia Graves. At forward, a 5'10" sophomore from Frankfort, Kentucky, number 24, Malika Frank. At guard, a 5'7" freshman from Alexandria, Kentucky, number 30, Alexis Stapleton. And at forward, a 5'11" senior from Flemingsburg, Kentucky, number 42, Martina Lytle. The Tigers, Georgetown, is led by head coach James Jackson. And now, your University of Pikeville Bears. At guard, a 5'8" freshman from Madeira, Ohio, number 10, Mary Englert. At forward, a 6' senior from Belfry, Kentucky, number 23, Emily Baker. At forward, a 5'10" freshman from Williamsburg, Kentucky, number 30, Sierra Feltner. At center, a 6' junior from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, number 33, Mia Graytrix. And at forward, a 6'1" sophomore from Frankfort, Kentucky, number 52, Brianna Burbridge. The Bears. UPIKE is led by head coach Clifton Williams.
And we're just about ready now for the opening tip of this one, as we got the starting lineups and we're ready to go. Two teams that match up really well. Pikeville a little bit of size inside, Georgetown a little bit more size outside. Both of them very young, so it should be a classic here today.
You're right. Between both teams starting 2 freshmen. Georgetown's got 2 seniors to go along with the freshmen, and UPIKE with 1 senior.
Yeah, Georgetown will control the tip. They'll bring it into the front court. Trying to get the number there. I think it's Darnell with it. Gives it up. They're going to work it around outside. Pikeville in the man-to-man. And we're going to get a hand check.
Yep. Something else I was noticing, Charlie, about the Georgetown roster, every girl on the team is from the state of Kentucky.
That's unusual. And Georgetown again will work it around the perimeter, try to get a look. And they say get it out front. That's Lytle. Go down in the corner. Georgetown, nice passing, about the ball on the outside. Good looking shot. Missed it. Baker comes away with the rebound for Pikeville. And the Bears will bring it into the front court. They work it out, trying to get down inside. Get it back out. Working it. Again, Baker with it. She'll give it up. Try to go down inside with it this time. Feltner gets it back out top. Baker with it. Puts up a shot. No good. Ball tipped. It'll be picked up by Georgetown. And they're going to try to run the floor with it. Stapleton will go underneath. Then shot up and good. That was Lytle. 2-0 Georgetown to start the ball game now. 8:48 to play in the first quarter. And with it, Pikeville works it around out top to Feltner. Over it goes to Baker. Burbridge takes it, runs down the lane, lays it in. Brianna Burbridge able to put it on the floor and take it to the rack.
Nice drive to the bucket. Georgetown bench calling for the walk, but didn't look like it to me.
Nope. Officials didn't call it that way, so.
Was it a walk?
Nope,
It wasn't.
Wasn't a walk, not on the books. And they try to go under. That might have been, though. Darnell gets it, takes it back across court. Working it around, they try to get a 3, nothing there. Trying to work it inside, and we're going to get a bump on Pikeville.
Yes. And I think that's going to go against
23 is Emily Baker, ain't it?
I think he's
33. Okay, 33. Okay.
Yeah, Graytrich.
And it'll be Georgetown trying to take it inside again. Shot up, and no good out there by Graves. Pikeville comes away with the rebound, and Feltner will bring it up the floor in a hurry. Gets it out to Emily Baker. Baker tries to drive. They'll go back. Englert. And that'll be a block on Georgetown. Frank, I believe, on the foul.
Yes. Calling it a little tight here.
They are. See, officials we don't recognize, so on how they're going to call, we'll find out. Tipped away this time inside.
Well, if they keep calling it this tight, it's not a typical NAIA Mid-South crew.
No, you're right. Baker with it out front. She puts it on the floor, gives it back to Feltner. Feltner in the corner. There's Burbridge for three. It's good. Showing her whole repertoire today.
She is. She's got all five.
In the front court with it, Darnell. And they'll work it, backing it back out. Frank gives it up. Georgetown really wanting to go in the paint right now, seems like. Out front with it again is Frank. Pulls up for a three. It's no good. Rebound comes off to Englert. And she'll bring it up the floor herself. Back to Feltner. Baker, a little weave out there. Baker gets it back out front. Greatrix. And Feltner on the drive. Pulls up in the lane. Off the back of the iron. Tips it away. Greatrix goes and gets it. Baker will get it back in the corner to Feltner.
That was a great job of Feltner getting on the offensive boards, keeping it alive.
Yep. And
one.
Yep. They gave Baker the basket. So Pikeville up now 7-2 here, Larry.
And that was Stapleton on the foul. That's her first, team's second.
And back to free throw line. Emily Baker, it's good.
Bears fell behind 2-0, and now they've put on an 8-0 run.
And a little bit of full court pressure here. 2-2-1 trap, looks like. Georgetown brings it into the front court. Darnell, they go down in the corner. There's a three that's good. I don't like those small numbers. They're hard for me to see. Stapleton.
Number 30.
And Feltner gets it back in the corner. Burbridge. Burbridge gets it back out front. That's Emily Baker. Feltner from the elbow is good.
We've working to perfection that time,
yes,
as Georgetown got caught up on the screen and left Feltner wide open.
10-5 lead for the Bears. Darnell into the front court with it for Georgetown. She's going to drive all the way in. Shots up and good. So 10-7, three-point ball game now. Pike will bring it in the front court with Feltner. Feltner kicks it back to Baker. Baker out front. Burbridge. Burbridge on the drive. Shot up and good. Another running layup.
More than not been able to contain her so far. She's got 7 of the 12.
Into the front court with it again is Darnell. Burbridge on her out front. And Pikeville now looks like we're into a zone, Larry. Shot up, no good. That foul will be on Greatrix, I believe, isn't it?
I think so, and that'll be her second. So we see Latham coming to the scorer's table. She'll be coming in after the first free throw.
Shot is good at the free throw line. That's Frank. Frank has one more free throw. 12-8 lead. Pikeville by 4 now with 5:32 to play. Georgetown at the free throw line makes them both. It's 12-9, back to a three-point ball game. 5:31 to go here in the first quarter. And they get it back out to Burbridge. Over to Latham. Latham to Baker. Emily Baker going to take it in the lane, kicks it in the corner. Three up and no good. Rebound by Burbridge, Joe. And Feltner thought about it.
Hey, she did.
Nice pass to Englert. Shot up and short. Tipped around. Baker goes and gets it. Nice pass. Englert one more try, misses it again. Burbridge goes and gets it back to Englert, and she gets it blocked. This time Englert puts it back up. No. And I tell you, Englert worked hard, Larry, just can't get nothing to fall. What's she, about 4 shots, I believe?
What a battle.
3 on the other end, no good. Rebound comes off to Latham. And Pike will bring it back up the floor. Feltner will slow it down a little bit. 3-point lead still, 12-9 Bears. 4:35 to go here in the first. Back out to Latham. Now they go inside. Baker Over to Englert. She's going to put it up again. That's good. That's a true shooter.
Didn't phase her a bit to miss those first 3 or 4. And just knock that one down, never even draw the iron.
And that may be what she needs to do is see it go through the basket.
Yes, especially from outside.
Kicking it back outside. Georgetown working it around the horn, trying to get a look. There's a stepped up 3 is short. Latham goes and gets the rebound.
Bears doing a really nice job on the boards right now on both ends.
See if I can get you some fairly close rebounding numbers here in a second. Pikewell with it out front. Englert. Back it goes to Feltner. Englert over on the right side with it this time. She wants to drive, has it taken away, but she's fouled.
That foul's going to go on number 1, Darnell.
Looks like
first team's third.
They're showing 4-1 on rebounds, which is probably not right now.
No, they had 4 down. They had 4 down here on 1 possession.
Yep. We got a full timeout. The 15-9 UPIKE with 3:40 to play in the first quarter on the Intermountain Sports Network.
And we're back at the Expo Center. 3:40 here in the first quarter as UPIKE holds a 6-point lead at the time, 15-9. Englert will be at the line shooting 2, Charlie.
Yep. And we looked at the rebounding numbers. Pikewell up 10-1 on the rebounds. Free throws good, and they got 5 offensive rebounds, Larry. May have 4 of them on that one play there.
I think so. They might have had 4 on 1 trip and still never came away with a bucket.
Got both free throws. It's 17-9, largest lead of the day, I think, for the Bears.
I think so.
Georgetown trying to get it down inside. And we're going to have a note on the floor. Going to be a foul. Frank was
before the shot.
Yep. She was breaking to the basket.
Yes. And that foul is going against Feltner into the game.
Georgetown with it out front. There's another 3. This one again, no good. Rebound comes off to Baker, and Englert will bring it up the floor. Back to Feltner now. They'll reset their offense. Feltner back to Baker. They're trying to go down there. Oh, nice save. But Feltner, Latham come up with it. Yep. Frank shot up and might have been blocked, or it might have been a pass. I don't know. She'll call it a pass. Their shot is up and good. They've got their first offensive rebound, and they scored off of it, Larry.
And that foul is going to go against Englert. And it's going to be a chance for an and 1.
Is that Lytle at the line, 42? Get that long hair, it covers up their numbers.
Yes. Yeah. The last number's the 2, so I'm thinking it's 42.
Chance for the 3, or the shots up and good. 17-12, Pikeville by 5 now.
Georgetown shooting it at a 37% clip from the field right now. The Bears shooting 50.
Back the other way, Pikeville working it. They get it down to Latham. Latham loses it. It'll be picked up in there by Reagan Williams. Georgetown trying to go down inside with it. Shot up and good. That's Williams just into the ball game with the basket.
And a 5-0 run out of the timeout for Georgetown.
Pikeville with it on the other end now. Trying to go, nope, nowhere to go. Pick it up, gives it out front to
Reed into the ball game.
There's a little runner in the lane, no good. That's Mullins that can into the ball game. Quickly going the other way with it for Georgetown is number 2. That's Bowling. Try to go inside. There's a nice move and missed the basket though. Rebound comes off to Pikeville's Reed. Reed into the front court. Goes down to Burbridge. Burbridge tiptoes the line, lays it in.
I didn't think there's no way she could get by her, did you?
No, I didn't. She's showing her athleticism. Had to set out last year with a ACL injury, Larry, and finally coming into her own now athletically.
Yes. 9 points for her here in this first quarter.
Got a minute and a half left in the quarter. Ball knocked loose by Baker, and here come the Bears. Mullins into the front court with it. We'll get it back out to Reed. And Reed will restart the offense here. Reed gives it up to Latham. Latham looking, trying to get it down in the paint. Nobody there. Mullins with it, top of the key. Gives it back out to Reed. Reed on the floor with it. And Reed pulls up for the three, and it's a way off, but Latham goes and gets it. Should have went right back up with it, too. Three is no good at the shot clock.
Didn't realize how much time was on the shot clock, Latham didn't, when she got the rebound.
Yep. And Latham had a clear path back to the basket.
Yes.
19-14 Pikeville. We're under a minute to play here in the first quarter. And bringing it into the front court, Georgetown. They try to go down in the corner, working it back out. There's a three up and short out there by Graves. Rebound put back up, no good. Rebound fought for it. Emily Baker just takes it away from them.
Yes, she did.
Back the other way. Mullins is going to take it all the way in. Tries to slip between two. No. Gets it over to Reed now. Reed looking, trying to get it to Baker. Baker flash. There's a three by Mullins. It's no good. Latham with the rebound. Puts it back up. No good, but I think she's going to be fouled.
And that foul's against number 2. That's Bowling into the ball game. That's their 4th team foul.
Yeah.
UPIKE with 5, so it'd be the double bonus for Georgetown. We only got 18 seconds left.
Right. Latham misses the first one. She'll have one more. Taking her time. We can put the second one up. Second one is on its way. It's good. 20-14 Pikeville. Back the other way, Graves gives it up. There's an open lip, and they lost it going to the basket. Off Pikeville may have kicked it. No, went out of bounds off of the.
Yeah, I thought she dribbled it off her foot. Maybe one of the UPIKE players might have tipped it, knocked it down on her foot. They've got 10 seconds left to get a shot off.
Reed bringing it into the front court, looking for someone, and Reed's going to have to do something with it. Reed picks up her dribble. She'll throw it over top to Burbridge. Burbridge shoots a three. It's just short at the buzzer. 20-14 Pikeville at the end of one on the Intermountain Sports Network.
We're back ready for second quarter action. 20-14. UPIKE Lady Bears over Georgetown. Charlie now have it start this second quarter.
Reed with it out front. She gives it over to Mullins. Mullins will back it out. Puts it on the floor, now gets it over to Baker. Inside Burbridge, there's an 18-footer, good by Latham.
Well, I tell you, if Latham can be consistent on that shot there, that would be a really big help.
Be wide open, too.
Drawing the big girls out of the lane.
Drive, no good. Burbridge with the rebound. She'll give it up quickly to Reed. Reed looking over to Baker. Baker will pull it up. Shot is in and out. Fight for the rebound. Georgetown with the rebound coming back the other way. They give it up and laying it in by Williams.
That was a nice break that time.
22-16, 9 minutes to play here in this first half. Pikeville with it. Out front, Mullins gives it up to Baker. Baker backing her way down in. A little spin shot off the glass is no good. Rebound comes off to Georgetown, and they'll bring it back up the other way. Quickly getting it out there is Bowling. And try a little give and go. Pikeville with the steal. Baker with the loose ball brings it up the floor. Emily Baker gives it over to Reed.
Both teams only had 2 turnovers until that turnover by Georgetown.
And there's another drive missed, this time by Burbridge. Georgetown bringing it back the other way quickly. And Latham just went up and took it away from her.
Just took it away from her, you're right.
Back with it in the front court. Baker puts it on the floor, drives to the baseline, gets it back out. Mullins a step back, 3 or 2, they're saying.
Yeah. That was a nice drive, but Baker drew both defenders, and she had the basketball IQ knowing that her teammate was open.
Mullins was wide open, you're right. Georgetown back the other way with it, Graves. Pikeville's defense has been tough here today.
Yes, they have been.
Graves, a little reverse layup is good. Nice shot by Grace.
Well, that's a mismatch when she can take Reed down low like that.
Pikeville with it again, Mullins. Mullins looking inside for Baker. Emily Baker puts it in the floor and miscommunication right there. And that's going to be on Mullins.
Yeah.
I mean, it's contact, you know, kind of nobody's fault, but just where it went.
Just a trip, inverted.
But it still costs you a foul.
It does. And wholesale substitution.
So you said a bunch of them are checking in and a bunch are checking out.
Checking in and out. That's a hotel. That's right.
It'll be Georgetown ball. See Englert back in for Pikeville. Hollier in for Pikeville. Latham still in. Baker still in. And Reed still in. All right, I got them all. Georgetown on the drive. Shot blocked by Baker, but they're going to get her with the foul. So it'll be 2 shots coming for Georgetown's Frank. So Frank at the free throw line. Shot up, no good. One more free throw coming her way. 24-18, Pikeville with the lead. 7:07 to play here in the first half. And Frank's second free throw in and out, back in and back out and back in.
Used it all, glass and rim.
Reed will bring it into the front court for the Bears. Georgetown in the zone now. Reed with it out front. You go in, Latham at the free throw line. She'll back it back out to Reed. Baker looking inside for Hollier, nothing there. Goes over to Englert. Englert's runner up off the glass, no good. And Latham will get the over the back call, I believe.
Yes.
It's her first, only the team's third here in the second quarter. Be team's 8th though in the game, won't it? At least.
Well, they had 5, but as we know in ladies basketball, after you get 5 in a quarter, you get the 2-shot foul.
Baker gets the rebound, brings it back for Pikeville. 24-19 lead for the Bears. Back out top, Reed. Englert looking back out to Reed. She goes to Baker. Baker looking for Hollier, nothing there. Georgetown starting to pack the lane a little bit on them.
Nobody's breaking for the ball right now.
And Baker just takes it herself.
And that's just showed her athletic ability right there.
Yes. Well, she can play 1, 2, or 3, maybe even 4.
Right.
Georgetown on the drive. They'll kick it back outside. Nothing there. They work it again. And, boy, Latham with the block.
Yes.
And that was a good no call because the Georgetown player lowered her shoulder, bounced off. Nobody really changed any momentum.
Well, Latham just stayed straight up and just swatted it out. You was talking about Baker, Charlie. She's their leading rebounder at 6.5 rebounds a game, averaging 9 points a game. So.
And we got Greatrix checking back in now for Pikeville. Georgetown will get it in. Frank with it. Kicks it back outside.
Step back 3.
Yep. That's Haley Ison. 26-22, 4-point game now. Pikeville with the lead still. And they'll go down to Greatrix. She'll kick it back out. And we got Greatrix puts it on the floor. Looking for help. Gets it back out top to Feltner. And they'll go inside to Hollier now. And Hollier throws it off the Georgetown player. That's a smart move right there. That's a basketball IQ. She didn't have control of it. She just pushed it off the leg of the Georgetown player.
Exactly. Didn't have no place to go with it. About to walk and save the turnover.
Greatrix with it out top. Gives it up to Feltner.
Only got 5 seconds to shoot.
And Burbridge shot up and good. 2-pointer from just inside the arc.
And right at the shot clock, too.
26-20, or to be 28-22. Yeah, Bears by 6. Georgetown with it on the other side. Pikeville in that switching man-to-man, and they're doing a good job keeping up with the Tigers right now. Franks throws it into the corner, back out front. And there's a drive. Georgetown taking the clock down deep into the shot clock themselves. Shot up, no good. Frank with the rebound, comes off. Burbridge claims it. And the Bears will bring it up.
Both teams has missed some point-blank buckets, haven't they?
They have. Pikeville with it, looking. Go down underneath and gives the ball up. And Hollier will go to the line as the foul will go on Georgetown.
That's a nice dish that time by, is that Greatrix?
Greatrix, yeah.
Yes. Drew the defense to her on the drive.
We've got a timeout on the floor. 28-22, Pikeville with the lead with 4:18 to play here in the first half on the Intermountain Sports Network.
We're back at the Expo, 4:18 left first half. 28-22, UPIKE over Georgetown, and Hollier will be at the line for the Lady Bears, shooting 2 shots.
Zaria Hollier at the line. She's got 2 free throws coming her way, as Larry said. And the first one is too hard. Matter of fact, it came off so hard the official couldn't rebound it.
All right, went all the way to the Georgetown bench. Of course, that official was a little slow anyway, I think.
Maybe. Free throw up on this one and in and out. She's getting close, getting the range down. It'll be Georgetown bringing it up into the front court. That's Frank. She gives it back out to Bowling. Frank wants to drive. Hollier all over her, but she makes it. Nice drive by Frank.
Tough shot that time.
28-24. Pikeville holding on to that 4-point advantage. Feltner goes inside, and Hollier puts it in.
Nice move to the bucket.
Boy, nice defense. Feltner got back in a hurry, didn't she?
She did.
But nice play by Georgetown. She took her inside. Lytle pushed her, kind of forced her down under the basket, and then stepped back and laid it in.
Turn around, step back.
Baker on the baseline, gets it back out. There's Feltner for a 3, wide open, missed it. And out of bounds off of Burbridge. Man had good position, just couldn't get a good hand on it.
Rebounding is evening up a little bit now, Charlie, as it's 16-11 in favor of the Bears.
Quickly into the front court with it, Darnell. And she's going to get the shot, or foul. It'll go on Hollier.
Yes, and that would have been an and 1 if it had failed. So she'll have 2 shots, and the rest of the shots here in the second quarter for Georgetown will be 2 shots, as that's 4 team fouls.
You're right. Only 1 on the Tigers right now, though.
Yes.
Missed the first one. She'll have 1 more.
Well, the Bears been settling for some outside shots here in this quarter. The first quarter, they've taken it down inside mostly.
Second shot's good. It's 30-27. Pikeville by 3 now with 3:10 to play here in the first half. Back they go, working it. Feltner has it. She goes down into Burbridge. Back out there is a 3 by Englert that is no good. And Frank tries to bring it up the floor. Gives it up to that Darnell. There's a shot from the elbow that's no good. And boy, Pikeville just let that one go. Frank will come away with the rebound. Shot up, no good. This time they go up and get it with Latham. Everybody was standing on that first rebound, wasn't it?
Yes, when you get a rebound and it comes out almost the free throw line and hits the floor before somebody gets it, that's not showing very good a hustle after that rebound.
Frank knocks it away from Burbridge.
Rebounding is effort.
Yes.
90% of rebounding is effort.
Position and effort, right?
Yes.
And it'll be Pikeville with it out front. Mullins into the ball game. Back over. They go Latham with it at the elbow. She'll get it back out top. Feltner gives it up to Mullins. Baker now. Baker goes cross court. Burbridge just inside the 3-point line at the buzzer. No good. Rebound comes off to Georgetown. That's Darnell with it. She gives it up. And Burbridge with the near steal.
Boy, I tell you, how did she not get that one?
Franks has it. There's a pull-up shot. Good. That is at 30 or 50?
30.
30. That's Stapleton.
And they've got the lead down to 1.
Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bears. Pikeville's went cold here the last couple minutes.
Yes, they have. Number 20 for Georgetown. Graves back in the lineup.
Feltner gives it out to Mullins. Back over to Feltner. There's Mullins. Mullins drives in the lane. Little runner off the glass is good.
That's when they was getting their baskets in the first quarter, Charlie, taking it to the bucket.
Seems like that middle part of the zone is open, Larry. They just got to get in there and flash inside and get it done.
Right.
Georgetown calling the play out front, Frank. Working, they'll back it back out again. Now they give it to Darnell. Darnell goes back inside, tipped away, and the Bears come away with it.
Feltner coming in from behind, tipped that one away.
32-29, Bears by 3 now with 1:03 to play here in the third, or second quarter. Back out top, Feltner. There's a 3. Mullins is good.
That's her second one. They just kept backing off of her, and she made them pay.
Quickly coming back the other way. Georgetown tries to rush it, and they're get it back out top. There's a drive inside. Lytle lays it in. 35-31, Pike. Well, they'll have to shoot one more shot here as down to 23 seconds in the ball game. Mullins open again out front.
Failing it.
And, bounced everywhere but in. Run down by Darnell, and they'll get it up quickly to Stapleton. Stapleton spins and might have walked.
Nice spin move.
Yep.
And we'll have a chance for the last shot.
Feltner takes the deep 3, and it is no good. So 1.4 seconds. Georgetown will get to throw it down the full court. Only enough time really for a catch and heave, isn't it?
You're right.
And that'll be it at the end of the first half. 35-33. The UPIKE will be right back on WPRG TV.
And we're back at the Expo Center, about ready for second half action. UPIKE with the 35-33 lead at the half. And, Charlie, they got off to a good start in that first quarter and had a big rebounding edge, but Georgetown controlled the boards in the second quarter, outscored the Bears 19-15, and ended up with an 18-17 rebounding edge.
Yeah, the Bears going to have to really pick back up here in the second half and bring back that intensity they had in that first quarter.
At one time, they had a 10-1 rebounding edge, and that disappeared by the half. Georgetown will have it to start the second half, so they've only had one lead in the game, and that was the first bucket at 2-0.
Yeah, they did, and I guess we're waiting on the final 10 seconds to run off the clock here, or the band to quit playing, whichever comes first.
Whichever comes first. Immediately following this game here, we'll have the men's version of this one, and it ought to be a dandy as Georgetown comes in ranked number 6 in the nation, and the Bears number 15.
And Pike will back defense again, bringing that man-to-man defense. That defense looks like it's ready to play a little bit more here in the second half like it did to start the game.
It got a little more.
Oh, yeah, there's a steal, actually. Bringing the ball up the floor, Englert. Mary Englert going to give it up, and the ball will be thrown too low. Yep.
Yes, it's just not a good pass. Tried a bounce pass, but was too close to Emily Baker and hit her on the foot.
35-33, Pike will holding on to a 2-point lead. Georgetown into the front court with it. And they'll give it up to Stapleton. Will give it up out front to Lytle. They try to go down inside again. Good hands by Burbridge. Just can't get the ball knocked away. Rebound put back up and in by Lytle and one.
Said she hit her on the wrist on the shot, so that will give them a chance to take the lead.
I mean, probably was a foul, just not normally a Mid-South Conference foul.
Right.
And it'll be Lytle at the line to give Georgetown the first lead since it was 2-0, Larry.
And that's going to be Latham's third foul, so she'll have to take a seat. Greatrix. It's Latham coming in.
Lytle at the free throw line to give Georgetown their first lead since it was 2-0, and does. And the Bears can bring it back up the floor. Englert go over to Burbridge. Try to go inside to Baker. Baker works her way down, gives it up. There's a 10-footer, good by Latham. And that mid-range jumper is huge for her right now.
It is. She hit one in the first half down on the baseline.
And Pikeville retakes the lead, 37-36. And Burbridge knew she kicked it, didn't hear the whistle, so I'll go after it now.
Yeah, she's getting ready to go after it, and then the whistle sounded. A little bit of a delay.
Yeah. It'll be Georgetown ball.
Happened in between breaths. Didn't have time to blow that whistle, did they?
That's true. Out front, Frank with it. Frank wants to drive down the lane. Nothing there. There's a shot for three deep, and it's good. Who is that? Stapleton?
Stapleton.
So 39-37, 2-point lead, matching their largest of the night.
Stapleton now breaking into double figures with 10 points.
Burbridge gives it up. Out front, Baker with it. And now Feltner will back it out. She'll go back to Burbridge again. Baker will drive in the lane. Gets up. Burbridge for three. No. And it'll be Georgetown with the rebound. Frank will bring it up. Georgetown back out with it again. Stapleton out front to Darnell. Pikeville in there man-to-man. 2-point lead for Georgetown. They try to expand on it here after the three. There's another three. Stapleton is good.
She's come out red hot here in this third quarter.
Got a timeout on the floor. It looks like it's going to be a full timeout. 42-37. Georgetown with 7:49 to play in the third on WPRG TV.
7:49 left here in the third quarter. Georgetown has came out and outscored UPIKE by 7 points and taken a 5-point lead, Charlie.
Georgetown's largest lead of the ball game, Larry, and Pikeville just hadn't not clicking right now on the offensive end.
No.
Feltner with it in the front court.
The zone that Georgetown has went to has really hurt the Bears, and
Yes.
and that's when they really started getting back in the game as far as rebounds. And they're calling Baker for the hook.
Wow. Not typical Mid-South Conference officiating today, Larry.
No, I thought the guy down on the baseline, he also had a whistle, and I thought he was getting ready to call the block.
Which I think was probably the correct call.
Right.
And it'll be Georgetown with it. They try to go down. Burbridge will go in and knocks it loose. That's the defensive effort we saw in the first half.
Yes.
Back the other way with it.
Mullins into the game.
Yep. Mullins will get it back. Out to Feltner. There's Burbridge, nice pass, and missing it was Latham, though.
Yes.
Had a good look.
And you done everything but convert.
Yep.
And what Georgetown's doing, Charlie, I noticed that time, they're playing a 1-2-2 zone, but when the ball goes down onto the sides, the point is dropping back into the middle and making it look like a 2-1-2 zone. And that's really bothered the Bears as far as us talking about them scoring in the lane.
That'll take care of it. Feltner with the block. And Baker, beautiful pass. Englert lays it, or Mullins lays it in.
Yes. Beautiful pass.
That's what you want to see right there. 42-39, Pikeville trailing Georgetown. Georgetown with the ball. Frank out front. They go in the paint. Well, that's a walk on Lytle.
Might have got a little extra shuffle in there.
Yep. And bring it in the front court now, Feltner. Feltner gets it back to Mullins. Over to Feltner. Pikeville not able to get the ball into the heart of that zone now. And they try to throw it into Baker. It's knocked away, and it'll be picked up by Stapleton. And there's a steal by Baker. And there he goes over, and Burbridge puts it in. 44-41, Georgetown.
The offense, they're not clicking on the offensive end, so they're scoring some points off the defense, which they badly need right now.
Yes, they do. You're right. Stapleton. And they're on her now. They're not going to give her that look again.
No.
Frank on the drive. Shot up. No good. Rebound comes off to Baker. Emily Baker will give it to Burbridge. Burbridge, you're going to take it all the way to the rack, Larry. Roll runner is no good. Missed it. Rebound comes off to Georgetown.
Might ought to have held that one up, Charlie.
Maybe so. Maybe so. Trying to do too much, maybe. There's a shot on the other end. Good by 2. That's Darnell.
That was a 2-shot.
2-point, yeah.
2-point shot.
Back by 5. Georgetown 46-41. Mullins takes it all the way. We'll get a hand check. I didn't even see it. I mean, you know.
They've been pretty consistent on that hand check. We've got a timeout. 4:58 left here in the third quarter. It's 46-41. Georgetown with the lead. This WPRG TV Sports. 4:58 left here in the third quarter. It is 46-41. We're at the Expo Center. Pikeville and Georgetown. Georgetown has the lead right now, Charlie, as they've come out here red hot in this third quarter.
Yeah, lead by 5. Pike will have it on the baseline. Burbridge will throw it over top to Baker. Emily Baker, nice pass to Burbridge. Burbridge.
Jump ball.
Jump ball, yep.
Yep, and it's going to stay with the Lady Bears. I didn't see who it was, but that was a nice block from behind.
Yep. Burbridge went up on her tiptoes, didn't get any.
Didn't get no lift.
Lift, yeah. Back out top to Mullins. And they're rotating around, and that does leave Burbridge open on that corner right there.
Yes.
And shot up and one.
And one.
If you watch that, you're right. They're running that 2-2-1, and if you get that, you get the pressure on that one side, and Burbridge can drop into the lane. She's wide open.
Right. What they're doing, it's a 1-2-2 to start with when the ball's out around the circle, but if it goes in the corners, that point is dropping into the middle and making it a 2-1-2. That's cutting that middle off where the Bears were scoring all of those points in the first quarter, or first half.
46-44, 2-point lead. There's
who's?
I don't know.
I think he's got Mullins on it. I know it wasn't on the block. He got Mullins reaching in.
Well, if he got Mullins, and then a shooting foul. Because there was nobody around her but the block when she went up for the shot.
No, Mullins was on the other side of her. She was one as Gardner coming into the lane. She reached in.
I didn't see her. I just saw the block.
And she made her first free throw.
Makes them both.
And that is Darnell into the game.
48-44, Georgetown by 4. Bible back the other way. Try to go inside to Latham. Baker. Latham at the free throw line. Nice pass underneath. And laying it in is Mullins. And they figured it out now, Larry.
Yeah.
Because when they get they get them over to one side, they can't guard both of them. Nice job, Latham with the block. Burbridge will bring it up the floor. Looking for help. Feltner with a 3. No. Baker with the rebound. Back out now to Feltner. Mullins fakes the 3, goes inside, shot up off the glass, good.
Left-handed shot.
And we're tied at 48. 3:50 to go here in the third. Bears have come alive on the offensive end now.
Yeah, they need to get a good defensive stop. They had one the last time down with the block.
Georgetown, there's Darnell with it. Gets it back, and Pike will. Bears may be in the zone of their own now. There's a nice drive inside, though. Who is that? Is that
number 21? That would be Ison.
George Bible with it on the other end. Feltner backing down, goes in the corner to Burbridge, back out to Mullins. Back to Burbridge, she'll put up a 3. It's good.
Well, I tell you, she's got a quick release, doesn't she?
She does, yes. With her size and that quick release, she can be hard to block.
Yes. She gets her feet set, and you get to pass to her where she can just catch and shoot. She's deadly.
Georgetown working. There's a drive on the baseline. Shots up. No. Rebound Mullins. She was ready to get it out there, but nobody out down the floor. She couldn't throw it ahead. Gets it back over now to Feltner. Back to Mullins. Feltner. There's Burbridge at the free throw line, and Georgetown changed their zone a little bit, didn't they?
Yes.
Pikeville with it again out front because Burbridge was looking down in that corner, wasn't she? Baker gives it up to Burbridge, 15-footer, no. And wow. They're going to call over the back on Latham. I don't think she touched her.
No, I thought she got undercut when she's in the air.
What bothers me is the official on the baseline whose call it was doesn't call it. Why do you call it out there?
Right. And the official on the baseline was probably within 4 foot.
Yeah, he had better position, there's no doubt.
That's 14 fouls for UPIKE, 2 for Georgetown.
51-50, Pikeville with the lead. Georgetown coming back the other way. Bowling gets it over to Isom. They're looking down inside again. And Berber just steps in front of it and picks it off. And so does Georgetown the other way. That was Stapleton.
Yes.
One good steal deserves another, right?
Did that time.
Yeah, there's a 3, no good by Isom. And well, he's consistent.
Right.
Because that wasn't over the back either, and he called it.
Yep.
Guess that's all you can ask for, isn't it?
That's it.
51-50 Pikeville with a minute 55 to go here in the third.
That was O'Mara, number 33, the foul was on.
Feltner back over to Burbridge. Mullins, Burbridge again, back to Feltner looking. Go down in the corner to Mullins. She'll put up a 3. Good.
That corner's been good to them, Charlie. They've found it now in the zone. What they're doing, they brought Burbridge or Latham up at the free throw line, and that way you can't drop down deep in that zone and help double team.
They can see over it to throw over it too. There's a 2, I'm sorry, by Bowling. 54-52. Pikeville gets it. There's Latham. Latham got by with a walk.
Yes. 3.
Oh, went everywhere but in. And they're going to get Baker, I think, on the push. No. Yeah. I thought that was good. That's good. That's a good call.
Right, and that's going to be 5 fouls, so it'll be 2 shots on the other end. 59 seconds left here in the third. They'll have a chance to tie it as UPIKE led by 2 at the half, got down as much as 5 here in this third quarter, and I was trying to see, they was over talking to the Georgetown coach for something. I guess they're getting a sub in, and it'd be for, who's at the line shooting? Williams.
Yeah, I can only see one letter.
Right.
One number, yeah. Free throw's good.
And Baker is going to go out. I think that might have been her third foul. I didn't pay attention to it.
Second free throw rolls off. Burbridge with the rebound. I'll try to tell you here in a second. Back the other way. Burbridge has it. Goes down to, gets it back real quick. Over Burbridge. Trying to go down inside Mullins. Nothing there. Gives it back to Burbridge. Now Mullins back out on the top. Feltner drives it into the corner. Englert. And Feltner out of the corner for 3. No good. Boy, nice hands that time by Latham.
Yeah, they can hold it now, Charlie, and work. There's like a 3 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock, so they could work for the last shot of the quarter.
Feltner with it. Goes to, there's Mullins in the corner. Mullins will drive, shot up, and good. Nice body control.
Well, the official thought she was going to pull the trigger because he was going up with his hand for the 3.
You're right.
She put it on the floor. Smart move. And
Burbridge with the steal. Burbridge will take it in and scores. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. 58-53. We'll head into the fourth on WPRG TV Sports.
And we're back ready for fourth quarter action as UPIKE leads by 5. Georgetown will have it to start the quarter, Charlie.
Bowling backs it out. Georgetown trying to look down inside. I don't know how that wasn't a walk. She fumbled the ball, do you?
She just fumbled the ball. I don't think.
She didn't move her feet.
Yeah.
So Lytle with the basket makes it 58-55.
And that was called out of the timeout. Just took Feltner down and posted her up.
Yep. Mullins, they go back across court. Englert for 3. Oh, boy, that was in and out.
Boy, I tell you, if we can get her going with Burbridge shooting a 3.
Missed the layup. Pikeville with the rebound. Burbridge will bring it back up the floor. Burbridge at 6'2" can do about anything, can't she?
She can.
Nice job. Mullins pulls up for the easy shot for 2.
Boy, I tell you, she's been a big lift off the bench. That's her 20th
points,
point.
yep.
Leading the Bears in scoring.
Burbridge has 21.
Oh, you're right. And foul.
Check. They're going to call that on Englert.
Emily Baker does have 3 personal fouls.
Well, I'll tell you, they're going to call every hand check. We can be here all night.
Well, they've been pretty consistent on the hand check.
There's a 3 or 2. 60-57 as Bowling gets a basket. Out front, Pikeville, there's Burbridge. And there's Latham back to Burbridge. Burbridge for 3, and it's off, yep. Stapleton will try to get it up the floor, and Isom lays it in.
Caught the Bears sleeping that time, beat them back down the floor for an easy one.
In the front court with it, Pike will go down to Mullins. There's Latham. Beautiful pass, and 2 shots coming from Burbridge. She couldn't finish.
Latham, they're doing a good job getting it to her, and she's dishing off, but she's going to have to take a couple of those 6 or 8 footers. They're leaving her open, and that way it'll make the defense honor her when they're in the middle.
They're using her and Burbridge both really well in the passing game.
Yes.
Free throw is no good. Burbridge has 1 more to go. And let's see, Graves checking back in for Georgetown.
Yes.
Second free throw's no good.
And had a lane violation.
Yep.
They called it. You don't see Burbridge miss 2 free throws.
That's unusual, yeah. Back at the free throw line. Second one's good. 61-59, Pikeville by 2. And thought they were going to throw it away. Good job right there getting down to the ball by Frank. There's a 3 out of the corner. Graves is no good. And shot by Lytle, no good. She gets her own rebound. We're going to have a jump ball.
Jump ball, yes. Didn't know if they was going to call it or not. They finally did.
Yep. So it would be bad if I said Graves buries one.
No, it wouldn't be bad.
It wouldn't be bad?
No.
Yeah.
That'd be correct if she made one.
Right. Yep. And it'll be Pikeville with it. Back out top, Feltner. They go down to Englert. Back out top. Feltner goes over. Right back down in the corner. They try to go into Burbridge. And Latham didn't break to the basket.
Right.
Burbridge thought she was going to break to the basket. They turn it over. 61-59. Pikeville with the lead. Bowling gives it up. And there's a shot out at top of the key for 2 by Lytle.
Got a full timeout, 7:14 left. We're tied at 61. We'll be right back. This is WPRG TV Sports. We're back at the Expo Center, tied at 61. UPIKE will have it out of the timeout, Charlie.
And he'll bring it into the front court. Reed gives it up to Englert. Englert back out to Reed. Now Mullins with it.
Baker back into the lineup for the Lady Bears.
Go in the corner to Mullins, and they go get her this time. Englert with it up top, tries to go down to Burbridge. It'll be knocked out of bounds. 7 seconds on the shot clock with 6:54 to play. We're tied at 61. So it'll be Reed throw the ball inbounds now for the Bears. Gets it out to Burbridge, back to Reed. Reed will put up the 3 and nails it.
Where is it? She's not shy about it. She had 2 or 3 three-point attempts in the first half.
Makes it a 3-point lead now for the Bears, 64-61. Driving in the lane, ball tipped around. Pikeville comes away with it. Baker.
Reed with the tip on that one.
There's Mullins for 3. It's good.
Boy, I tell you, she's got her game tonight, isn't she? Quick timeout, Georgetown.
2 big threes make it a 67-61 lead for the Bears with 6:24 to play on the Intermountain Sports Network.
Welcome back to WPRG TV. We have basketball hit 67-61. UPIKE with the lead, and Georgetown will have it, Charlie.
And they'll bring it in the front court. Bowling. Top of the key over on the left side, gives it up. She'll get it back out front now. Now they'll bring it over to Graves. And
near steal.
Yep, I'm not sure exactly what that was when she went to the ground on her knee and turned around. I don't know how you do that. Shot no good. That was in and out, though.
Yes, it was. I thought it was going to get to friendly bounce.
I thought it was, too, yep. They'll get it back out to Reed. Englert now with it. Englert back out top to Reed. Back over to Englert again looking. She's going to drive. Kicks it to Mullins. Mullins loses it. And they go get Mullins for the push.
Yes.
Yep.
She just held the ball out in front of her. Defense just reached in and tipped it away from her. And that is 2 team fouls. And that is 3 now on Mullins.
When she reached out to get the ball back, she caught Bowling on she kind of backstepping and kind of knocked her off balance.
Yes. UPIKE with 3 starters now with 3 fouls. Mullins wasn't a starter, but Baker and Englert.
Nice job that time by Graves. Pike back on the other end with it. There's Reed to Englert. Over to Mullins. Englert takes it in paint, gives it back out. There's a 3.
That's good.
Good. Yep.
Looking right down the shotgun barrel on that one, didn't we?
70-63. Bears by 7 now. 3 huge threes here in this fourth quarter.
And 2 by Reed.
Yep. Out top Bowling. Stapleton back to Bowling. She'll back it out again. 70-63. Pikeville with the lead. And there is Bowling. Graves. Now they put it on the floor, trying to drive inside. Shot up and good. Was that Isom?
Number 21, that is Isom. You're right.
Pikeville with it on the other end. Englert. Back over to Reed. There's Englert. They try to go down inside Burbridge. Englert open for a 3, and this one is no good. Rebound comes off to Lytle, and here come the Tigers. In the corner. Stapleton on the drive, missed it. And she might have got that charge if she'd fell a little earlier.
You're right.
There's a drive, and that's going to be a foul as going to the basket was Englert.
And that foul is going to go against number 42, Lytle. That's her first, only the second team foul.
They've not committed a lot of fouls.
No, they haven't.
Free throw's good.
And critical, the last 3:47. They need everyone they can get.
Yes. Both teams with 2 fouls here in the fourth quarter. Pikeville with the 6-point lead, 71-65. Missed the second one, made the first one.
Right.
Bowling will bring it up the floor now. Graves, no. And saved the ball inbounds, and Reed wasn't ready for it, went off her leg.
Right. Well, if you can't get to it, you need to run away from it, not to it.
True. We got a timeout, looks like. So 30-second timeout, Larry. We'll keep it right here as been a good ball game. 71-65. Pikeville came out, had the big lead. Matter of fact, led after the first basket, they led the entire first half. Georgetown comes back in the third quarter, takes the lead. Now Pikeville takes it back. They've had some big threes here in the fourth quarter.
Pikeville shooting the ball. Both teams shooting very well here in the second half. Georgetown 7 of 13 from the field for 53%. And UPIKE 10 of 17 for 58%. So both of the teams coming out of the locker and shooting the ball very well. 3-point shooting, 2 of 4 in the second half for Georgetown for 50%, and 2 of 6 on this last sheet we got. But UPIKE's had 3 because Reed knocked the other one down. We hadn't had it updated on the stats yet. So good shooting by both teams.
And it'll be Georgetown ball on the baseline. Pikeville tried to set up a good defense there coming in the break. And is that Lytle on the shot? No, rebound Burbridge. I think that's 8 or 9 rebounds now for Burbridge. In the front court with it, Englert. Over to Mullins. Englert drives in, backs out again, gives it up to Mullins. Baker now with it on the corner, back out top. Englert with the runner off the glass, good.
Well, her outside shot's not been falling for her, so she puts it on the floor, which she does very well also.
There's a 3 by Ison, no good. Rebound comes off to Mullins.
A little bit of a quick shot for Georgetown. I'm sure the coach probably didn't want that quick shot.
Probably not, no.
We'll take it, though.
Yeah. Go inside to Baker at the elbow. She'll kick it back. There's Reed for another 3. It's good.
Nothing but nylon. She was dancing on the feet or calling for it. Give it to me.
So that's her third tray here
Yes,
in the fourth quarter.
Right.
Graves out of the corner. Burbridge with the rebound.
And the Bears back by 10. They need to just take some time off the clock, work it around up by 11, actually, and get a good shot. Force Georgetown to come out, put the D on.
Burbridge takes it, puts it up, no. Gets her own rebound and is fouled.
And works hard for it.
That may have put Burbridge, that gives her at least 9 rebounds now.
Missed the easy one, but she stayed with it.
52 Burbridge, that's a line for UPIKE.
That may be her 10th rebound, actually. If it does, that'll put her as a double-double.
Yes, it will.
First free throw's good. 77-65 Bears. High-scoring game tonight.
It has been. Let's see, both teams came into this game. Well, UPIKE came in averaging 70 points a game, and Georgetown 78.
Well, there's the rebound, comes on the miss by Lytle. And here comes Georgetown back the other way. Frank gets it back out. That's Lytle with it, top of the key.
Yeah, the defense just needs to, just
bowling with the runner, one-handed, good.
Wow, nice shot.
Burbridge will bring it into the front court and has it knocked away, goes back and gets it. Baker. Back out top to Reed. Baker probably should have put that one up. There's the 3 by Mullins. No, maybe not. 6 threes here in this third.
She passed up
quarter.
a good shot for a better one, right?
Right. There's the 3
blocked by Mullins.
And that'll be a foul.
We don't pick a most valuable player of the game, but if you was going to do that tonight, it would have to be Mullins.
Yeah. Leading scorer in the game coming off the bench. No, she's not the leading scorer.
Yeah, she got 26.
23 or 28 down there for
23 for
23, okay. Baker. Waiting for help, gives it up to Burbridge. Back out to Baker.
And there's a foul call.
Going to be a reach in.
Right. And it's going to be 2 shots from here on out for the Bears. And they'll seal this win if they can knock these free throws down.
Absolutely. I mean, they're in perfect position right now.
Trying to snap a 2-game losing streak.
Free throw's good by Emily Baker.
Bears came in today's game at 3-3, tied with Georgetown for the 4th spot in the conference. Lindsey Wilson at 4-2, so if they lose today, the Bears hangs on for this win, they would be tied for 3rd.
Deep 3, this time no good. Rebound Graves. There is Bowling for 3, it's good.
Boy, she's come in and put 9 points in here in the second half herself.
There's Reed with it. Reed firing it up the floor to Burbridge. Burbridge back, and Englert can't make it connect. We're going to have a jump ball.
It's going to Georgetown. You don't need that shot, Charlie.
No.
You got a 12-point lead, which most likely they're not going to be able to overcome in 47 seconds. But later on in the season, in other games, you got that lead. Might be a smaller lead. You got to learn to protect it.
Oh, you're right. Bowling will bring it down the floor now for the Tigers. She gives it up. There's a 3. That's good. Stapleton, yep. And we got a timeout on the floor, 82-73, UPIKE with 37 seconds left. We'll be right back on WPRG TV Sports.
And welcome back. We've got 37 seconds left. UPIKE by 9. They will have it side out in the front court, Charlie.
And let's see if they can hold on here. Looks like they have a good opportunity to win one, no doubt. Mullins, Englert. They go back to Mullins now. Play a little keep away. That'll be a foul on Georgetown's Bowling.
Yes. Good job that time by the Lady Bears, taking some time off the clock and forcing Georgetown to foul them. Shot clock turned off for the rest of the game. Only 28 seconds left.
UPIKE has had 42 points in bench scoring, Larry. 43 now.
43, and 27 of them coming from Mullins, and the other 9, now 28 from Mullins, and 9 coming from Reed.
Yep. So
that's 37 points right there.
Bowling in the other end with it. There's a little runner in the lane. It's good. That's Stapleton. We got a foul on Georgetown.
Stapleton with 18 herself.
Frank just picked up her 4th foul. Only player in the game with 4, I believe.
Right.
So Reed will be at the free throw line for the Bears.
She'll look to break into double figures. She has 9, now 10. Those previous 9 was on 3 three-pointers here in the 4th quarter when they need them the most, Charlie.
You're right. Free throw's good. Bears have had 22 assists, Larry.
That's awesome. On how many buckets?
Let me look. Let's see, we go work them towards it, and they throw it away.
And that's going to do it.
Yep. So Pikeville has, let's see, where are we at here? 31 out of 61, so 31 made buckets. They have 22 assists.
Wow. 75% of the buckets coming off an assist. That's working your offense to perfection.
Yep. And it looks like the Bears are going to win it. 75-66, or 86-75. I'm sorry, we'll be right back on the Intermountain Sports Network.